Good morning and welcome to another edition of Wake and Pack on a Wednesday morning. Hump day for all you freaks out there. So we about to go ahead and take a dive around the league. Well, not really a dive. We just gonna dip our toe in. You know how you want to see if the pool too cold, you put your feet in. That's what we doing now. We ain't gonna go too deep, but we have been in the headlines a little bit. People, we have been in the headlines a little bit. So first of all, we'll just start off with Matt LaFleur. He's taken some kind of criticism, which he really shouldn't have, of the not being, knowledgeable about the Aaron Jones situation. The thing we ask motherfuckers to really go out there and do for us in life, period, is just to be honest, right? So why should we fault that man for being honest? Just like the time where he made his comment about Anders. You asked the motherfucker a question. If he would have dodged it or punted it on it, y'all be talking bad about him. But when this dude gives an honest answer of what the hell happened in the process, he said he didn't know. You feel me? And then, first of all, when it comes to Aaron Jones, Matt LaFleur is the head coach, right? What does he do? He makes sure all 53 men, even the practice squad people, he makes sure all 53 men are ready and prepared to play a game on Sundays. I know his job just doesn't stop there, but his job, he's not Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick doesn't even have a job anymore, but he's not Bill Belichick or Jerry Jones, where you're the GM, coach, whatever you are. You know what I'm saying? He is just the coach of the Packers, right? And you know how the Packers are ran. Aaron Rodgers jumped up and down, screamed just for a little bit of more stroke within the organization. So if Aaron had to do that after a 15-year career, winning the Super Bowl, leading in every damn stat, you kind of got to respect how Green Bay operates. Okay. So that's all we'll say about the Aaron Jones and Matt LaFleur deal, right? He didn't know. The motherfucker didn't know, man. It ain't like he could have stood on the table and said, you know what, Goop? You know what, Mark Murphy? I want Aaron Jones here, and that's that. He couldn't have did that, bro. So that's just not how it goes down. Shout out to my boy Zane Strong. You already know how it go. For sure. Good morning, bro. Oh, yeah. Hey, Brandy. Hey, that's coming up. That's coming up. That might be the next. Oh, that's actually the third subject that we're getting into. See, my girl, Brandy, always on top of things. And yes, Brandy, we're going to talk about your boy, Rashee Rice, too. Brandy broke that news on us yesterday. I did a little more on that. Shout out to the homie Ernie Martinez. You already know. Shout out to my boy Joe. Oh, you already know it's a non-story. You know how they like to stir stuff up. Again, there's no game on Sunday. Ain't shit happening. Motherfuckers are going to go out there and get their clickbait or whatever they want or need to do. So moving on from Aaron Jones and Matt LaFleur. Of course, they just had to throw us under the bus some kind of way. I cannot ignore, that we are slated to have Super Bowl aspirations. Now, I know all you guys know that we ready for this, right? We ready to be up in the bowl. We think we have the team to do so. And as slowly but surely, as I keep telling you guys, the league is on notice too. So we're going to have to transition from getting better, figuring out what this team is, seeing what Jordan Love is, to having the X on our back. Because in the North, we already going to have the X in our back. You already know Detroit hated, didn't give us the turkey leg. You know what I'm saying? And this will run into another subject. We got the Aaron Jones deal, and we got to play against Minnesota. So that's that. So, yeah, Super Bowl aspirations. Anytime I click on, they talking about Packers and Super Bowl chances and all that. So this is no longer a secret. I know we all think the Packers going to do it, but so does everybody else. So that's a different kind of target on our back. Okay. Clay Matthews ended up being in the news, people, right? The body is what did he say when we gave Rashawn his number so quick? The body ain't even cold yet. I'm not even sure if they put the toe tag on there. So he actually also talks about the release of Aaron Jones, how it just wasn't right, and how we do things a certain way. And that is a subject that we need a whole live to talk about that, possibly tomorrow. I got to do a little more research looking at a few guys, but Clay Matthews must still be in his feelings. We 5-some years later, bro. He's still talking about that. So, we must consider one's feelings. A staple of our team for a while, helped us win a Super Bowl. Same with Charles Woodson. Same with whoever else. You know what I'm saying? But we'll get to the bottom of this. Are the Packers too mean, letting people on the way out? Listen, dudes make a lot of money, and this is a business. We do not have an owner, so you got to just respect Green Bay for being Green Bay. I mean, all we want is a motherfucker to come as themselves, right? What they say in church, come as you are, bro. Hey, once they start saying that, I start negotiating with my elders. I'm like, Pastor always say, come as you are. I could wear jeans. They like, no, you know what I'm saying? So you already know. For sure. Could not disagree with you on that one, Brandy, at all. So now we will segue. And, you're seeing LaFleur sitting next to Eberflus. Another thing is it really seems like mixed feelings. It seems like, Chicago's going to get Caleb Williams, right? For sure, for sure. So, again, I ain't mad because they're in our division and they're the Bears, but I'm just sad that they might possibly potentially ruin another quarterback's career by just not even having shit set up around him. Look what Jay Love had to do as soon as he came in. Hey, a lot of young, unproven players, but obviously we can see we have some dogs. That's how you set a motherfucker up. I don't see Chicago setting the motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? For success. So, we still going to be waiting on that. We're all just waiting on the Chicago Bears to fumble the bag somehow, some way. Yeah. Nah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, he and his feelings, bro. For him to say something now, obviously him and Aaron Jones were teammates at one point, right? So they're cool. He's probably just backing up his homie, backing up his friend. But it happened to him. It happened to Woodson. It happened to Zadarius. It happened to a lot of people. So, we're going to have to do we will do a deep dive in on how actually this great Packers organization treats certain players on the way out. Okay. But again, what certain players got to understand is that it's a business, bro. As far as Aaron Rodgers, too. You want to go out kicking and screaming, talking about we doing people this way, we doing people that way. We also did you in a way where you were the highest paid. We also did you to the way where you were so paid that we couldn't do stuff in other areas of the team. You know what I'm saying? Where you got guys who are more successful than you. Tom Brady taking pay cuts. You feel me? At the same time to get him some help. And it seemed to work for him. I've never seen Aaron get approached for a reconstruction or nothing like that. The GOAT did it. Oh, hey, shout out to my boy Angry Casual Fan. Hey, we're not going to stop enjoying that. It's going to happen again. I just hate that we have to ruin, especially I'm a USC fan, a USC quarterback's career, because I just don't think the Bears are constructed to just have any kind of success, especially for him. What they should have did, they still ain't too late. They need to trade the pick away. Should have kept Fields, but they already ruined that. I'd have kept Fields, you know what I'm saying, and just build around him to the point where you get a new motherfucker in here, he won't have to suffer like Fields did. But again, I ain't going to teach them how to be good and be a GM. So we're going to move on from the Bears, and then we're going to talk about Stefon Diggs. This is a monster play. Again, look at Buffalo, you guys. You've seen what they did with their defensive backs this year, releasing everybody. They have to get rid of Diggs. That's what happens when you go all the way in. We are about to go all the way in. Not yet, but this year is probably the first year of us going all the way in, which I still think is a year too premature. But, what we've seen and the landscape of what around us makes us feel that we could be there. And we were in the Final Four, and that's where we're slated to be again. But, yeah, them getting Diggs, it really shows. I was angry that in the rankings, they put us behind the Texans. I'm like, I get it. I love Stroud. DeMeco Ryans came in, did his thing. All right, cool. We all good with that, right? And then let me tell you guys something, too. Since you guys like to undervalue what a coach could fucking do, what's so different from the Texans this year and the year before? Okay, they got Stroud and they got DeMeco Ryans. DeMeco Ryans, defensive guru. What happens when he goes over there? It changes the whole dynamic of the team to the point where they going all in. They already got Nico Collins. They already got Tank Dell. You're going to add a Stefon Diggs over there? It's going down over in Texas and Houston. It's going down over there. So shout out to them. That's a big deal there. And Diggs still got a little something in the tank. Now I ain't even mad at Diggs. I kind of admire the dude. I like the dude. Clearly, he's far removed from Minnesota. I used to have some hate for him, but now I'm decent with him. Shit, there was even rumors he might come here, which I wouldn't have minded. But again, we don't need him. Hey, shout out to my boy Milto. You already know. You already know, hit that button. You know, y'all see Milto in the building. Y'all see John Boehner in the building. Y'all see MVP, Mr. Vice President in the building. That should be a reminder to hit the like button if you guys didn't do it. Let's run this up. Let's run this up by the time season come. We really going to be doing it big, all right? So, yeah. Oh, you already know. Shout out to Patrice Goldberg. I'm really excited about that. I'm actually not ready. Like, it used to be a time where WrestleMania is coming. I just couldn't wait. I'm waiting every day now. I'm so busy. I'm doing so much other shit. That shit's creeping on me. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of abandoned that channel momentarily. I'll get back on it. Definitely put out some content before WrestleMania comes, but that's in a few days. But definitely, I am excited about that. Yes, exchanging pleasantries. Hey, shout out to Joe. Yeah, Joe, you ain't lying. And that's again, y'all think Wicks just gonna sit there and be the same as last year's Wicks, which wasn't bad? No, it's gonna be better. I think Jaden Reed's gonna sit back there and just be the same. No, he's gonna be better. Same for Romeo. Same for Christian Watson. And Christian Watson could come how he is. I think that's good enough. From the flashes that we've seen he can do, if he came in just like that, I think we'll be fine. Hello. That's another thing, Brandon. You know, we like to see shit initially. Again, of course it hurt when Devontae was gone. I was bothered by that, right? I was a little hurt. Same with Aaron is bothered by it. But then you also got to look at what we did instead. Who would y'all have right now? Devontae, one guy who Aaron Rodgers overthrew to all the time. This nigga have 3 defenders on him. Lazard running wide open. Aaron to still go to Devontae. Aaron already admitted that Devontae was 80% of the offense. Aaron already admitted that no matter what play is called, who's supposed to be the guy to get the ball on the play, he always looks Devontae's way at least once because he's that good. Okay? But now we got a mini baby Devontae, which is Wicks, and that's just one person. We also got Reed. And then Devontae demands a lot of balls, bro. You don't know. He might have conditioned Jordan Love a certain way if they were playing together alone. You know, like, hey, I need you to look at me first, da-da-da. So now J Love, we already know him. Who's his favorite receiver? The one that's open. And we got 2 to 3 receivers open and on any given play, people. Hey, but that's what you do, bro. He is a spoiled motherfucker, bro. Wow. I mean, but that is what you do when you think you could do something, bro. You know what I'm saying? Didn't they whoop Cleveland? Didn't they whoop Cleveland in the playoffs? Like, so they feel like we feel. You know, I don't feel they should be ahead of us in the rankings like everybody had them, but you can't say nothing about Houston right now. CJ Stroud got those weapons. Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and Stephon Diggs. That might be one of the best receiving cores in the NFL. And you know Diggs is going to come in, you know, on fire. Okay. And that still kind of goes against what that little report was about. Oh, Packers warned to not sign J Love. Like, damn, y'all don't, like, again, like Brandy said, who warned? The Bears, of course. Who warned? The Vikings, of course. Hey, my boys in the building. I told y'all. Hey, Milto, John Boehner, and MVP, the like button police. I'm gonna have to send MVP a device too. Milto already got it. John Boehner already got it. We know who's liking and subbing and doing all that. That's why, you know, we always call out closet watchers too. Hey, you ain't got to come through, write a paragraph, have a whole convo. Just come in this bitch, say, go, Pack, go. Let me know you're listening. You feel me? Let me know you hear where motherfucker coming from. Oh, yeah, there's definitely a God, man. There's definitely a God. And, you know, hopefully the football gods hook us up. So now we're going to shout out to TR, my boy. Now we're going to go to Brandy Lewis's boy, Rashee Rice. So this is what happened. 2 cars involved. I think a Lamborghini Corvette, you know, racing. They get away, you know, doing what they do. But in while they're racing, you know, other motherfuckers, oh, shit, they trying to get out the way and like a 4-car crash happened. Clearly, and thank God nothing was fatal. But these motherfuckers fled the scene. And now what they're saying, they're just saying a car registered to Rashee Rice. So I don't know if he has a fall man. You know, again, if cameras is everywhere. So they ought to catch him. But they're not even saying that Rashee Rice was in a car. They're saying the car registered to him. And you ask the Chiefs, they're like, oh, we need to hear the whole story. Y'all know the whole story. And then again, thank God we ain't got to deal with those kind of players, right? Thank God we ain't got to deal with, you know, not to mention just bad stuff on people. I wish him the best, but Henry Ruggs, right? What he did, even Tyreek Hill, like certain kind of, you know, stuff what he did in Kansas City. We don't have to deal with this. What's the last thing we dealt with? Z and them getting pulled over with some weed. You know, that was, hey, I take that. You know what I'm saying? I take that. They didn't kill nobody. They didn't potentially hurt anybody or none of that. Okay. Yeah, TR is the man. Already know. Y'all already know what's going on. Yeah, we good at wide receiver. So, all right, so let's move on from Diggs and let's move on from Rashee Rice. So we'll see what happens to him. I'm sure a suspension of some sort will come. You know, hey, bro was just primed to, hey, possibly be Kansas City's wide receiver number one. MVS, I think, is gone, and you know they're going through changes too. But it is what it is. So we'll probably, I guess, you know, unless we just, you know, shoot the shit, we're going to close it out on the NFL already. Even before, listen, we know the opponents, but we don't know when we're playing them yet. But NFL already promoting revenge games. They got Philadelphia versus New York. You know, Saquon playing against his old team, and they already have a rivalry. Of course, they got us in Minnesota. Aaron Jones deal, and just we hate them anyway. They got us in San Francisco. Obviously, we know why. Dallas and Washington. People like, what's up with them? They already have a rivalry, yeah. But hey, remember Dan Quinn, the dude who ruined it for them defensively in I was gonna say NFC Championship. I wish. Whenever we beat them in a division, whatever the fuck we beat them, wild card. I don't know. Big Mike might want some revenge from that. You know, we got Baltimore and Kansas City. You know, we already seen what happened there. They got eliminated. Also a Super Bowl rematch. So these are a lot of games that they're promoting. And I'm glad that they promoted a couple with us in them. So I'm sure, if not both, everybody will be able to watch the Minnesota games, right? I'm watching every game. You know, I'm going to do what I need to do so. But looks like we will, you know, have a lot of attention in the mass media. Yes, I think he does play teams, but TR, I already said, and yeah, Pizza Planet. Hey, that's where it's at, man. Shout out, you know, if you know, you know. You know, one of my childhood deals, you know, I see and they're like, what? You feel me? But yeah, like I said before, TR, like I don't even want Bo Melton to be a situation where it's like, oh, is Bo gonna make the roster or not? He better be on the original 53. I don't care what you got to do. I don't care what you got to do. How seamless the man came in. And again, shout out to Malik Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Or Malik Keith, whatever his name is. I'm you know, shooting a blank right now. I think it's Malik Taylor. Shout out for him coming in, looking good, passing Torrey. Shout out for Wicks coming in, looking good, passing Torrey. And shout out for Bo Melton coming in, looking good, passing Torrey. And he seamlessly came in and did it. Like it looked like it was no effort. Like there was no kind of, it wasn't jerky at all. When he went to do his routes, when he did all that end around shit, the fake end around shit in the back, like Bo Melton just really looked like he belonged. And that he's very capable of playing a certain kind of role in this offense. 4.3 speed, you cannot teach that. He better make the 53. I don't want to see him first week. Even if he starts week one, I don't want to see him on the practice squad and then they just flip him at the end. No, he needs to be a part of the original goddamn 53. That's how I feel about Bo Melton, TR. You guys, hey, let me know. Let me know. I don't know. Well, shit. Well, you could get one of them today. The other one, you know, you ain't got to wait too long. It'll happen this month. So go ahead and get your pizza today to handle that first part of that. And then the latter, we'll just do that on draft day. And how about this? Draft day, order a pizza too. So you can have both at the same time, a pizza and a linebacker, because I see us getting a linebacker within the first 3 picks. I was going to be brave and say first 2 picks, but that could be an offensive lineman and a safety. Seriously, you know, or I don't know. But again, what's the number? 5 picks in the first 91. I mean, that's a good little rotation there. That's a good little, you know, every few hours we get a pick, you know. Yeah, to be quite honest, like I'm never gonna hate on another man, you know, if they're doing good and they are trending up, right? It depends on how they react though. What kind of team are they? If they come back like they did last year and then the year before toward the end of the year, we got our hands full and I might be looking for a split. You know, I already said I want to sweep the whole North. Not worried about Minnesota, not worried about Chicago at all. But if I'm going to be honest, you know, I used to give us a Minnesota split every year. Like, I hate Minnesota. It's cool. We're going to beat them. They're going to beat us. That's how it normally goes. I don't know if that's going to switch over to Detroit. Yeah. You know, but this is make or break for them. We've seen guys and teams and coaches, one-hit wonder type guys come out there, not calling Dan Campbell a one-hit wonder. It seems like, you know, they love him around there, biting kneecaps, whatever he's doing. But like we've seen this kind of shit happens. And then the next year they just don't show up. They can't hold up. They mentally just ain't, you know, they ain't there. But it looks like this team is going to be around, bro. So, you know, for sure, like we're equally as a good team and talented. And, you know, we're definitely going to beat them one time. We're definitely going to get the split, but I'm going for the sweep. So I'm still confident in what we could do with them, Brandy. Oh, yeah. You see how they be doing it on there. Hey, man, listen, Zane, if you keep doing what you're doing, you at a 94, bro. I'm at a 97, bro. I started when this thing began. I did take a little hiatus, but, bro, that shows you. And then again, one more season is coming. You're going to get all the benefits from the next season, bro. So, hey, hang in there, bro. Your team getting better, bro. Shout out to Higher Point of View Gaming. Yeah, well, you know, let's just chill. You know, he is one of them niggas, though. I think we need that. And hey, don't sleep on Heavy D either. Devontae White. Remember the little situation when I forgot whose trainer was on the field, which he shouldn't have been on the field anyway. And you know how like you walking around the field and somebody bumps shoulders with you, you ain't looking, you just push them. Maybe that's what Quay did, but what Devontae did after and walked up on him like, nigga, what you got a problem? You know, that's what did it. But again, you want dudes like that. Both of them dudes from Georgia. Who knows what they done did in the streets of Georgia? Walking to the store here and there. Again, I done been around some players on my team just to fuck some shit up. We supposed to go get lunch. We having a 2 a day. Coaches give us a break. We going to go get lunch at Subway. I got a motherfucker trying to rob the Subway. I'm like, nigga, we on the break. You got to go to practice. I'm like, you going to rob the Subway and come back to practice? He's like, yeah, that's an alibi. I'm like, well, shit, let me get up out of here first. Let me get my foot long before you start to go crazy in here. Seriously. I did hear about the Brazil thing. There's an issue of the runway, Green Bay, you know, size of planes and all this and that. Hey, you couldn't pay me to try to act like I know what I'm talking about with that kind of shit. But if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And what a great place like Brazil, which oh, man, I wish I could visit one day. Probably would never come back. I'll probably get in a lot of trouble over there. For sure. For sure. And not just a plethora of wide receivers. We have a plethora of picks, people. I'm like, how many picks is Goot? I mean, I know he loves these picks, but like we got too many. And when you ask Goot, they say, you got a lot of picks. He said, I want more. You know, he was saying a joke, but hey, behind every little joke, there's the truth. You know, he wasn't playing. Goot wants more. I believe so. And listen, we know Zane. Hey, my boy Zane, he's a McDuffie fan. All right, I am too. I like Zane, love him some McDuffie, and you know what? He earned it, bro. And he earned it the hard way, getting up in there, just making the plays. Nobody expected nothing from him. You know, wasn't really thinking what he was going to do anything. Opportunity came up. Devondre getting hurt for a couple games. Quay getting hurt for a couple games. Then we see McDuffie come in and really be a factor. And McDuffie's going to be the main segue. McDuffie's job is going to be just like A.J. Dillon's job on offense. A.J. Dillon got to be helping out Josh Jacobs, like this how the offense is ran. Hey, when pass pro comes, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. On the other side of the ball, McDuffie gonna be, you know, relating all of them. Again, this defense may be similar to something they play, but the name might be called different, or the you know. So again, every one of these coaches, one of their attributes is being a good teacher. So if you got a good teacher of coaches and good players who are very versatile and smart, which Green Bay always kind of to a default draft. We always draft Green Bay guys. Sometimes I would like to draft that live wire, but there's Quay. You know, we're going to have to watch Quay. But again, I like the intensity. You know what I'm saying? You can't, from any other position, if it was a corner, I'll be like, all right, he's like Valentine. Sometimes a little too much, but I'll take it. You know, but when you got a linebacker like that, that's what the fuck you need. Have you guys seen Ray Lewis? You know, have you seen Ray Nitschke? Have you seen just you know, I ain't gonna say the dude in Chicago. I was gonna say, yeah, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say his name. Shout out to him though. He was a nice, you know, again, he completed us. You know, Batman needs Joker. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Brian Urlacher, man. You know, shout out to Brian Urlacher. Yeah, he did mature. Why did he mature though? Hey, some people used to say, oh, Matt LaFleur is soft. Why did he mature? As soon as he did make that mistake, what LaFleur do? Think. Use your brain. Hey, I seen LaFleur on fire. I said, that's what I'm talking about, coach. People talking about LaFleur is soft. What? You see that way he went off on Quay? Another one with I forgot if it was Kraft or Musgrave. He said, like, come here. And they tried to still go to the sideline another way. He's like, come here. And when he came, grabbed him on the hip, like, he gave the aggressive come here, but when he came, he grabbed him like, all right, look, bro, you got it. You know what I'm saying, man? Come on now. You're right about that. Cheap talent. And hopefully we run into an issue like we just ran into, you guys, where, we like to complain about everything, right? We are kind of complaining about, like, man, first of all, people still talking about bringing in a receiver. But now, like, I'm telling you, when training camps come, and I ask everybody in the chat for who's going to make it or not as far as the wide receivers training camp, there's going to be some where you guys do not want to leave out. But it's just going to happen. So for y'all to say bring in another one, bro, I think we good. But again, yeah, cheap talent. And then again, they're like, it is not like they're coming into a defense, you know what I'm saying, whoever we draft on defense, where everybody's years ahead of them. They get it just as much as a clean slate as everybody else. Cooper DeJean, if we end up getting them, Nate Wiggins, if we end up getting them, they might be just as good as a starter because they got the skill set of the starters. Now, they will have to get used to the physicality and just a different game of the NFL, but they're coming in at ground zero even before, though, because I think rookies get more time to come in before. I think they might hit the ground running, especially how good our teaching is from our coaches, y'all. So, there is going to be some time where it's growing pains for the defense, too. I'm so sorry to tell you guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's why I said, McDuffie is a little undersized and just under, like, again, Ray Lewis is the same height as McDuffie, but when it comes to acceleration, power, just all that, it's a different story. So I think he's got the brains for everything. He's just a little limited athletically. And that's fine too, because sometimes slow helps. I mean, you're running to the play. By the time you get there, sometimes you can over pursue. So again, it's still going to help him. But as far as him out there guarding tight ends, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, we're gonna have Quay do that. We're gonna have the post safety do that. We cannot have McDuffie guarding tight ends. Straight run game, you know what I'm saying? And he can call plays and control shit and tell people where they need to be. That's where he's a main communicator, especially in this defense that he's been in, that none of these other people have. For sure, I ain't mad at him, and I hope he balls out too. But it's like, damn, there's only one ball. Look at all the receivers we have. Look at the two tight ends we have. And we want to give Josh a healthy amount of carries. AJ is going to get his. So I'm just, again, injuries happen. I'm sure AJ will miss a game or two. I'm sure Josh Jacobs might miss a game or two. It's just the nature of the beast, especially at that position. So Emmanuel should get his opportunities. And this should show if we keep AJ Dillon any longer after this. AJ Dillon is definitely going to play for the team this year. So whatever he does, again, his contract shows like, bro, it's really much a prove it deal. If he comes in and tears the shit up, I don't see them just letting him go. But again, good problem to have, right, bro? We got 3 legit running backs, bro. Quiet as kept, but I already told y'all, 2 games we won was without Aaron Jones, our signature wins of the year. Detroit and Kansas City, bro. Not saying that AJ Dillon is 1,000, 1,200 yard rusher every year. We had a chance to figure it out, but we can clearly say that that's not what he is. But can he be a very good backup and start in the pinch and win games? Yes, he's proven it to us. So lay off of AJ Dillon and his yards per carry. Like I said, he might have carried the ball for 2 yards, but he also ran into a corner and dislocated his shoulder. He also made a linebacker get hit by his quad, by his, hip, and then get knocked out a couple plays. Let's consider everything. Let's just not consider what they bad at. Let's also consider what they bring to the table. Catching out of the backfield, pass protection. Now so athletic and big that we're gonna have him in the H-back position. So come on, y'all. Oh yeah, no more Joe Barry special, man. No more Joe Barry special. Boy, it was kind of painful looking at it, man. Seeing our corners do what they do. 10, 15 yards back. Yeah, and then look, We weren't far from domination this year. We don't whooped a few asses this year. We don't. Look, we done had close games. We got blown out. I would say probably one good time, but even the times we got blown out, like we really like had a chance in that game. Like the first Detroit game, like we were getting beat down. I forgot the score, like 27-10. We actually made it a game. So that, and then if you ask Jordan Love what his favorite game was out of the whole season, I'm thinking mine was Kansas City and Detroit. That motherfucker said New Orleans. Why? Because they were down. We were down by a lot. Probably didn't think we was coming back. So that shows you that those are the best victories, bro. When you're down, probably don't think you're gonna win, and you end up winning one. So that also instills in Jordan Love's brain, like, you know what, this game is never over. You have reference now. Whenever we get down by 14 in certain games this year, what you think they're gonna say? You remember New Orleans last year? That's what football players do, bro. I talk to some of my boys I play football with all the time. Oh, remember against Lock High? Remember against Chatsworth? Remember against this school? Whatever, bro. Like I remember plays. Oh yeah, that third down. Like we still remember shit like that. We do run the north. Shout out to the homie Goat Mike in the building, man. Shout out to Big Nate, Packers fan with swagger in the building. Hey, I'm not gonna disagree to that, bro. I'm not gonna disagree. Oh yeah. Oh man. Hey, Milto, listen, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this why I love you, dog. All that shit's on the way, bro. I'm just slow and a little, a little retarded, and I don't say that to talk about any mentally ill people. Like I really got problems. So, I'm gonna work on all that. And then the merch is gonna look nice, you guys. I promise you guys. Like that is coming. It is on the way. Higher point of view merch is coming. Trust me. Hey, you and everybody else, Big Nate, like we cannot wait for it. So now I'm talking to everybody, man. When these picks come in, do not be upset. First of all, they ain't played a snap yet. Secondly, it ain't they fucking fault that they got picked there. Okay, so don't trash any other players. What we are to do, you guys, after we draft the players, let's do our own research. Let's do our own due diligence on these people to see why they hired them and how he fits in certain schemes, bro. That's what you do. When you first get a pick and then come out, don't get mad because you don't know the motherfucker. Don't get mad because it's not the pick that you wanted. Clearly, you're not the GM. Probably shouldn't be. And, I'm talking about myself too. But let's just let the shit play out. You look a lot smarter just jumping on the bandwagon of somebody who's on the team that you love. So why criticize any draft pick? He's playing for your team. Do you think he's trying to go out there and lose on purpose? So anybody we draft, y'all, just give them a benefit of the doubt. They now got the G on their head, and we just gotta respect it. Okay, hey, listen, that is fucking good. That is good, you guys, that he's out there doing that. Like I said, I told my boy Angry Casual Fan, you think he's just sitting back? Just like, okay, last year was cool. I'm cool with them stats. I'm gonna do that again. He's like, no, nigga, I need 5 picks. I need some passes defended. And again, Halfley is going to play everybody to their strengths. So again, please keep in mind, this may take a while. You even talked to Matt LaFleur after the meetings and all that. He was like, yeah, first you got what you think you're going to have out there. You're planning on that. Injuries happen. This happens. It takes you a while and these are rookies. So it's not like he had Wicks for 2-3 years and know him. Not like he had Reed for 2-3 years and he know him. For Matt LaFleur to learn on the fly that fast, to put this shit together, to glue all this together with a first starting year quarterback is just fucking amazing. But he got to go. I can't believe people talking about LaFleur had to go. Hey, where he going to go now? Hey, that's what he's all about. He's that gadget player. That's why, again, we love them all. It's like picking your favorite kid, right? We love them all, but I think the most upside is like Jayden Reed because it's like, okay, he can do all that shit what Romeo do, what Wicks do, what Watson does. And he's like a combination of all of it. We can't help he's 5'11", but again, we didn't have how many times we didn't have. Remember, we drafted EQ, MVS, and another motherfucker that was like 6'5" and over. I forgot who else we got in that. But that just don't always work out. You need different combinations of receivers, and we have everything. We have everything at this point. We have every kind of receiver. Okay. I ain't gonna argue that. Hey, definitely lethal in space. And look, Wicks, bro, watch Wicks route running. I'm telling y'all. Hell yeah, got to. Shout out to my boy, man, Rav. Hey, trust in Goody for sure. Well, yeah, we got 5 picks in the first 91. I'm sure one would be a corner and one would be a safety for sure. So you're right. Oh yeah, but shit, if you watch his college ball, that's what I said. I hold all reservations, bro. When they drafted him, I'm like, all right, let's see what he's about. I watched his film, and then I seen an interview with him and Steve Smith Sr. Legendary player out of Los Angeles, went to the same little college as I went to. You already know the story. When I seen him talk about Reed, and the thing that got me sold, and Steve Smith was like, listen, the thing about you is no matter when it was in the game, when you were out the game, it was very noticeable. So for him to be a dependent like that at Michigan State where he was at, that shows that he can take the load. And his 50-50 balls numbers are better than Christian Watson, Romeo's, and everybody's. As far as, him and one more, corner on him, and he's bringing it down. Remember, Romeo struggled early in his career with the 50-50 balls. He'll end up catching it, but the corner will strip it out before he can make the full catch. But, I mean, Lord knows what a catch is nowadays. We still don't know. Yeah, got to trust Goop. In the first round, I'm thinking offensive lineman, bro. I'm thinking offensive lineman, but again, good problem to have, right? We need an O lineman, we need a safety, and then we got the safety, okay? Now we just being greedy about getting two. Number one, we got the safety, and he could cover so much of the field, and he will cover so much of the field. So that might have been it. Like, motherfuckers still talking about, Packers still gonna get a safety. Nah, bro. It's probably gonna be somebody we draft, man. I mean, that's what I'm looking at. Or, hey, it depends. Roster cuts come. Some of these older statesmen safeties, getting cut by their team, they still good, but it's just like, we got a younger guy. We trying to develop him, and we paying you too much money. We ain't gonna win anyway. Let's get rid of you. I ain't gonna start saying names of safeties who are in that position, but we might see about that. But yeah, bro. But if we don't, Big Nate, if we don't, other than getting the kicker in the first round, like whatever we do, bro, and Goot we trust, man. And then again, what you got to think is he's not just getting ready for now. He's getting ready for the future. There might be a pick that he gets in the draft that he doesn't expect or even want to do nothing with for at least a year or two. We're going to have some guys who come in immediately. You know how I go. Hey, good problem to have. I can't deny it, right? I mean, I can't say no. If he gets the opportunity, and he definitely should get the opportunity, because there was times where I was just really just shocked of how open this dude got, especially watching that game when he blew up for like 113 yards or something. I'm watching the routes. I'm like, he is really making these dudes look foolish. I'm like, where's this guy? Who is this guy? No wonder he passed Torrey, and Torrey was good. So again, we don't need no receiver, y'all. Yeah, I agree with you, Brandy. We need two of them big boys. We do. We do. We do. And a linebacker. I mean, we need a lot, right? But again, in Goot we trust. Do we not think that Goot could find a valuable offensive lineman around the fourth round, right? That could come in and start Zach Tom. Or a guy who, hey, you just putting him on a roster. He has all the attributes out of Penn State, motherfucking 6th round pick. I forgot a nigga name. Rasheed Walker. You feel me? Like, those are like picks like that, bro. Like, we wasn't talking about Rasheed Walker before the year started. Although my draft coverage of him, I did say his upside, but we wasn't talking about Rasheed Walker. We wasn't even really talking about Zach Tom, but now we are. So, oh yeah, and that's another deal we haven't even thought about. A lot of people like, oh, maybe we should get a vet backup QB. Well, damn, he's basically one for us, right? You know what I'm saying? He retired. It kind of seemed like him and LaFleur had this planned anyway. So, hey, we'll take it, bro. And he got to know a little something about Minnesota, right? Woo! Hey, Pro Bowl, I give you. But all pro, I told you, they don't just get those out in the corner, bro. They don't get those out in the corner. And Valentine, I'm going to take him out. Jair is always possible to get it. I don't think Quay ready yet. Quay gonna have the tackles and all that, but Quay's really gonna take over. We'll see. We'll see what he does with Hafley. Xavier can definitely make it. He can definitely make it. I'm serious, bro. I am serious. Like, he will. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I'm thinking like, all right, we need a safety in the first round. Well, we really don't. We need a big boy. You know what I'm saying? We need two of them. We need that solid, just, hey, I'm a tackle, probably tackle of the future, and we need that swing guy. Or we might get two swing guys. Packers are known for Brian Bulaga, like starting at the left, then going to right, then doing like, bro, Stenavich, his whole deal is the best five out there. The best five out there may not be the best five from this previous year. I think Steno really looks at this shit in the real time basis. Whatever the fuck you did last year is cool, but like you got to come up in here and earn your spot. Oh, I definitely agree. Yeah, bro. Bro, he's locked in, bro. All I gotta say is if y'all seen the clip where the dude, Dan Patrick, was like, oh, there's a Lombardi right there. They had a little replica right there. And he looked at it. It really looked like he just really wanted to go grab it and touch it and coddle it. But he just looked at it like, yeah, man, I want one of those. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you can tell he's on it. Yeah. I did like him, bro. I thought he had the skills, boy. I thought he was gonna do something. But it didn't work out. I really thought he was gonna do something. It was another one, a corner, who I thought was really gonna do something. Josh Jackson. It definitely will. For sure. I remember you saying that, bro. Hey, you already know how I go, dog. Big Nate's coming to LA, everybody, if you haven't heard. He will be in Los Angeles. No, my boy Rav. They're not gonna do that because people don't like to be held accountable for making mistakes nowadays. You already know how, again, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? After, just like last year and the year before, whenever we draft a player, I'm gonna do the most research I can on them and try to give you guys how I feel about them. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm wrong or right with any of it, I'll come back. But if you look at every pick that we did the past 3 years, I mean, gotta admit, I was a little accurate on all of them. Seriously. Exactly. And again, it's not just Ford and it's not just Anthony Johnson just going to get better because, they're young ascending players. Defense coaching is really going to show you guys a big difference. You see a prime example, right, of DeMeco Ryans. That is one prime example that shows you, hey, when the DC just comes in, he ain't got shit to do with Stroud. Stroud is he's excelling and doing what he does on his own in the offensive staff. But DeMeco's out there making sure the defense does their job. In return, helps CJ with field position and just chances to win the game. But yeah, man, coaching is really underrated, y'all, nowadays. That's a hard one, but it could be 7. It could be 7. What's the sweet spot? 6, but it could be 7. It could be 7. I mean, Wicks, Reed, Watson, Romeo, Wicks, Reed, Watson, Romeo. I'm missing Bo. I'll say 6, bro. I'll say 6. Hey, don't say that, Go Mike. J Love doesn't have a favorite. We know what favorites could do. Devontae was Aaron Rodgers' favorite to a default, bro. We don't need Love having any favorites. Sorry, I don't even want to go there, Hey, and we have one of the best scouting departments in the league, man. Can you notice? See, yeah, Heath, and it's another one I done forgot in that bitch too. So okay, right. Yeah, that's a good way to break that up. That's a good way to break that down and break it up. And I'm glad, Angry Casual Fan, you putting our boy Al B. Sure, Christian Watson in there. I'm glad you putting him in there, and he is gonna prove you wrong, bro. I promise you. And I forgot what I was going. I said I was gonna chug a beer. Again, I'm holding off on the Nixon talk, man. First of all, first year ever playing that position. But again, it's not like, all right, you see him get burnt. We know it's not because he's not fast enough. He got burnt because it's communication. He don't know where to be. With good coaching, good teaching, really letting the motherfucker know before the play where he's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really going to help. And man, now a lesser role than last year, I was hoping, yes. Especially from getting a guy in the draft who can do the same stuff and give him a breather, especially since we want him to really be a special teamer. But it seems like, bro, Nixon is going to be there. And it was said that it was picked by Hafley. Hafley had a say-so in it. So let's just Hafley knows a lot more than Keyshawn than we do. All we know, during some of the games we've watched, albeit I've been drunk and a lot of shit the whole time, he does get burnt. But then at the same time, who would you want to get burnt? A first-year player like him who never played the position? Or would you want a Valentine to get burnt, which didn't happen much? Would you want Jair to get burnt? No. So if there was anybody on our team last year who would have got burnt, it would have been the Keyshawn Nixon. If Peyton Manning played the game, he always paid attention to rosters in their youngest corner. Pat McAfee said, I remember this one game, this one starting corner got out. He said, I seen Peyton just eyeball him down till he went to the sideline and didn't come back in. Soon as his replacement came in, boom, Peyton hit him with a double look touchdown. You feel me? So yeah, don't let's chill out on the Nixon. Hey, now if he comes out next year, and he will, everybody gonna get burned. But if he comes out next year and doesn't improve immensely, then for sure we will be able to talk about him. But a dude playing the position for the first year ever, I'm sorry, I can't really, I've seen good and I've seen bad. At least we've seen good. Let's not take away the interceptions he got. Let's not take away some of the tackles he's gotten in the backfield. He's a football player, people. They wouldn't even need a big step. They would just need to get better in the run game, because as pass blockers, we are superior. We are elite. Zach Tom, one of the elite pass protectors in the league, bro, last year. He was like top 3 at his position. I want to say number 1, but I'm just going to be modest and say top 3. It might have been 1 or 2, what I seen. Hell yeah, Rab. We went over that earlier, and good deal for them, man. Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and Diggs. That's a dangerous combination, especially with the way CJ Stroud's been playing. We already called CJ Stroud spoiled. That's what I'm saying. And people don't think about the combinations of people. So how about this? Oh, remember how hot Eddie Jackson was for the Bears? Man, I was looking like, damn, they finally got them a dog. But what happened when Adrian Amos left? We ain't seen Eddie Jackson since, y'all. So it's not just it's about what's around you too. Ford didn't have no McKinney to be back there and have his back last year. You feel me? Neither did Anthony Johnson Jr. So he's going to be a big eraser. I'm telling you guys, what did Hafley say? This dude erases shit. So, him erasing certain stuff is going to put other people in a better position. So Nixon, let's get him a clean floor, bro. Clearly they paid him. We can't be saying in Goot we trust. As soon as he signed Nixon, oh, that's too much money. Oh, he better return the first punt. Bro, he already did enough to earn that goddamn money. 2 All-Pros in a goddamn row. What do you think J Love had that great year for? Why? Because half the time we had half the field to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And the dude closed out the game against Kansas City. You want to name the bad shit the nigga do, let's name the good shit too. Exactly. He might not make it though. But I want to see what he got to bring to the table. Yeah. But, again, if I'm his agent, when it comes to negotiations, they probably threw out some bullshit at first. And the agent's like, look at the amount of snaps that he took in the slot. Got an interception to close the game out in Kansas City. They doing all this with negotiations. And he, second time All-Pro, like agents use stats, accomplishments, everything they can to get their player the best deal. And then we fucking got him, bro. Like, ain't nothing wrong with Keyshawn Nixon, y'all. Yeah, he's getting paid to do both. And that's fair. Hey, whatever work y'all do in y'all life, I'm sure you do it well. But what if you had a motherfucker that's over you, or not even over you, under you, and you have to do some of their work too? You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, well, shit, I'm doing your shit too. I need a bonus. I need a raise. Like, this is a business. It depends on how you look at it, bro. Now, was this nigga All-Pro nickel out there? No. It was his first year, so y'all don't care as the dude first year playing the position. Y'all just don't even give a fuck, huh? He just came in as strictly a returner, and he was put in that position. Why? Because we had hella injuries there. And then, upon putting him at that position, yes, we know we're going to get bad play from him. What they're looking at is the good. They threw him in there with the Wolves, bro, in a steak suit. Or in there with Lions with a steak suit. And he fucking made it out. Of course he gonna get burned. It's his first time playing. Communication. How many times have we seen Rasul jumping up and down telling Keyshawn, bro, you were supposed to do this. I'd rather have that be the mistake than him getting burnt physically, which won't happen because the dude's a fucking monster. He's a monster of an athlete. And he's from LA. So I'm not going there with Keyshawn, bro. I'm not going there with him. I got his back until, hey, I'm giving him 2 years because, first of all, that's probably how, what's going to happen. He ain't going to do his whole contract. If he does come the whole 3 years, it will be, kick the can down the road kind of deal. Russ Ball doing his thing. But nah, bro, I'm giving Keyshawn a clean floor, clean slate. New coaching staff coming in. He's going to be asked to do different shit. It's going to be taught to him a different way. Joe Barry's expertise is not to have a top tier. He don't know about corner like that. So just think about Keyshawn Nixon, the position he's put in. First of all, I came to this team and I was just a special teamer. I'm returning punts and all that. That's cool. Motherfuckers get injured. Jair can't play half the season. Stokes didn't show up. All kind of shit happened where he was forced to play a position. And we actually seen some flashes. And so did I, bro. So again, and then who would you want to get burnt? I don't want Valentine getting burnt because that's the worst thing. He played that position his whole life. Him getting burnt there would be a problem. Valentine, his would be a problem too. He's a journeyman. He didn't see the physicality of his game, done been around the league. I'd be worried if he was getting burnt. To say that Keyshawn gets burnt, number one, yeah, he get burnt, but it's not because he's not fast enough. We know that. We know he's a top tier speed, just a top tier athlete. It's just all mentally. What is Hafley expertise? Cornerback play, back end play. Richard Sherman already talked great about him. He's been around. I ain't gonna go there, man. Hey, all right, so hey, the same people, angry casual fan, just like you want to, hey, Christian, when he come through and do his thing, give him credit. So now the whole chat at this goddamn point, I seem like the only motherfucker, what I'm saying, who got Keyshawn back. When he goes out and balls out, when he goes and plays the slot, corner, whatever, how he's supposed to. And I actually hope he actually gets put in offense just as a wrinkle. Because again, as I said, every play last year he was in on offense was a positive play. Yeah, Goop got a hard on. He gonna go crazy. Yeah, either way though. Sometimes you got coverage sacks too. It depends on who's hot. Rashawn gonna help Xavier. Xavier gonna help Rashawn. You know what I'm saying? So it goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. But yeah, but everything is produced from the line of scrimmage. I'm a lineman, so like everything is due in the trenches. Like everything gets done in the trenches. Like if you ain't right on either way of the trenches, it's gonna like trickle down to the rest of your deal. So I do agree with that. But I mean, they wouldn't call it a coverage sack for nothing. A coverage sack is when the corners and safeties and everybody, linebackers, got people on lock so much that a defensive lineman ends up just getting a sack, So, it works hand in hand. Everybody helps everybody. That's why Matt LaFleur says everybody got to do their 111, man. Yeah, but I'm cool with Elton, bro, and I'm cool with Sean Ryan. We'll see what kind of opportunity he gets, but he's gonna have to battle with whoever we bring in. I ain't tripping off our old line. I'm not tripping off him. I think we'll be good there. It will have to be for cheap. It will have to be for cheap, and I wouldn't mind that. But he's on his last little deal, man. Not saying. I mean, we could probably pull something out of him. And he's very knowledgeable. I don't think we're going that way, but I mean, I wouldn't complain. I think we're going to draft one, bro. The safety thing we did, we kind of got two safeties in one with McKinney. He's that good. He's an eraser. He's going to play strong. He's going to play free. He's going to play the post safety. He's just going to be all over the field. Might be at corner at some spots. He might be the slot corner, and then they'll drop Cooper to be, the one high. You never fucking know, you guys. We about to see, though. Well, I mean, sorry, Go Mike. Pro Bowl is too beneath him. He's going to make another All-Pro. Pro Bowl is like a popularity contest. He's too beneath him. For sure. I just can't wait, Big Nate, to see the combination of McKinney and Ja and Valentine. It's just going to be nuts. That's a definite. Yeah, bro. Like, fuck. Okay. mental stuff, you can, bro. Again, hello, is Joe Barry coaching them? So what really real deal coaching and teaching you think was going on for a man's first year at a position? And it ain't like Jerry Gray was there for the D-backs coach. We had a motherfucker come from college. Like, come on, y'all. Let's let's give Nixon, let's give Nixon, let's give him a shot. Exactly. But then again, we might draft a guy who him and Nixon could share reps. And they're probably still going to be on the same learning curve too. So, I think Nixon will be more just a special teams guy. He's going to be in the nickel. Clearly, they're paying him for it. He's going to be in there. But our plan, I think, is if it doesn't work, he'll stay in the nickel. But if this draft and develop thing works and we get a corner or, a hybrid safety corner that can handle that situation at a high clip better than Keyshawn, then yeah, Exactly. We talking about Joe Barry and Jeff Hafley. When Joe Barry came in, what did we hear? I mean, we heard on 16 lines like when Hafley came in, Sherman's talking up good about him. You got motherfuckers who ain't got no business talking about him, talking about how good he is. And if you look at his track record, whatever regime he's been to, when they fired the whole staff, he ended up staying. Come on, y'all. He's a good teacher, bro. He gonna say some shit in the way. What I tell y'all about certain teachers, bro? I had this one math teacher, like he would just always do word problems no matter what. All right, this is and I understood that better. Some coaches, some players, you gotta teach them shit a different way, bro. Y'all gonna see though. Y'all gonna see. Y'all are really undervaluing coaching, and you're undervaluing this organization a little bit, bro. If they make a deal like that, I got I gotta sit back and just be reserved and see what the fuck happens, bro. I'm not gonna poo-poo on it before something actually happens, man. We finding out all kind of shit. That was his first year actually playing that position. Bro was a special teamer coming in, bro. Like, come on. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, he done went to the University of Wisconsin, him and Christian Watson, to get the shit figured out, bro. And these are two of the fastest players on the team. So clearly, they just gonna have to harness the speed or do something. It could be diet. I don't know what the fuck they figured out at the University of Wisconsin, but it seems like they figured it out. That's what it seems like. I would say that, but they don't give us no love too early. Matt LaFleur still ain't got no coach of the year, so maybe next year Hafley will get it. I don't see them giving them the Hafley unless we go win the bowl, but it really don't even matter if we win a bowl. I think they come up with that before. What? Breakout? Absolutely. Not even breakout. He gonna get unleashed. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, we coming from the vanilla Joe Barry shit. If you just look at Joe Barry's defense on the field, it's just like, oh, what is going on? You're not dictating anything. They barely start doing stunts, which really helps on the defensive line. But y'all really about to see what a coach can do. DeMeco Ryans, I'm sure a lot of those people over on the Texas team had a different position before DeMeco got there. DeMeco came over there and said, oh, okay, this is what you can do. Okay. And DeMeco and Hafley brushed shoulders a couple times. Same sort of philosophies too. That's all I'm saying. But I'm gonna end the talk on Nixon. I get a little, especially the LA kids that come on my team, bro. When I know where they at, where they done been, I just got a special spot for me, bro, in my heart for them. For every Packer, but you from LA and you got the nerve to be a Packer, like, it's on. I think so. Yeah. 8 sacks is something that we could see him doing. And, I think that'd be the floor. His ceiling might be 12, bro. It might be 12. He's got the skill set. Let's put him in a better position. You know what I'm saying? Having Brooks next to him, Wooden, Kenny Clark, like, y'all, man, Coach O gonna have the D-line straight, bro. Trust me. That's another thing, Brandy. Y'all talking about Keyshawn Nixon. Bro, who the fuck was coaching him, though? He didn't have the OG Jerry Gray there, man. Y'all remember, famously, Jerry Gray cursed out the whole defense, bro. And then the next game we came out in Miami, a game I was really worried about. I'm like, how are we gonna guard Waddle and Hill? How are we gonna do it? Jair and Rasul ate. They ate that game. Oh yeah, those are the kind of fiery guys. Those are the guys you need to play with their hair on fire. Don't give them a playbook or nothing. Hey, you rushing, you doing this and you doing that. Hey, Quay, you cover a tight end. If it ain't a run, if it ain't a pass, then go for the run. Like, man, come on. Quay got to get a little better at, just like every linebacker, but O linemen come on the second level, get their hands on quick, got to be able to initiate contact, not just let them grab them and then it's over with. He got to initiate contact. The new thing he normally does is just swivel his way around him with his speed, quickness, and the torque on his body. But the big boys get their hands on him, just like most linebackers. You can't do nothing. Why did the Ravens always have like a Saragusa, Haloti Ngata? Cause you got to keep them boys off of Ray Lewis. That's why. Why Ray Lewis get all them tackles? Yes, he was great. Yes, he was a Hall of Famer, but it ain't bad to have a Tony Saragusa taking up the guard and the tackle, or the center and the guard. Haloti Ngata doing the same thing, and that's helped Ray out too. And it also helped Ray having Ed Reed back there. That's what I'm saying. It ain't just what a motherfucker do. It's about who they got around them. Y'all got to understand that. Oh, why you bring Rudy Ford back? Because he's going to be in combination with McKinney. Oh, why Anthony Johnson Jr.? Because he's going to be in combination with them too. And Rudy Ford, all he did was lead our team in interceptions last year. So don't blame him either. Carl Brooks is going to do great. Now, I know I might just seem like I'm just the most optimistic about all these players, but just look at them yourself and tell me if you see any different. Carl Brooks can be an end. He can be a tackle. He can be whatever you need him to be. Very, very versatile. He's one of those sizes that you too big to do this, but too small to do this, but you right in the middle. You just find your way. That's what he's doing. Kobe Wooden, not talked about enough. Big TJ Slaton got better. And then again, this is Coach O we talking about. This ain't Montgomery. Can we all agree that our defensive line coach kind of ran his course? Montgomery. I was actually tired of seeing him after a while. I'm like, we need to just get somebody new here. You feel me? And you guys are going to see a big difference in that. Coach O, y'all going to see. Y'all going to see. He will do better. He will do better. And at this point, yes, he is a rotational player. But, we might have to not sign Kenny. It depends on if Wooden and all these other guys step up. We might not have the burden to pay Big Kenny the big bucks, even though we paid Kenny handsomely one time already. But I know shit coming up where he might have to come back around. But I think at that point, he got to know. You know what I'm saying? Take a pay cut, buddy. Yeah, Brooks, hey, I ain't got nothing bad to say about Brooks. Bro, yes, Brooks is a fucking beast. What I heard, they said he wasn't. But again, I don't know yet. They said it looks good, whatever that means, as far as him. And then again, not everybody has the issue like Bakhtiari or, hey, Rashawn came back, Elton came back, quick. It was late in the year when JJ did it. But then again, that gives room for Brenton Cox, bro. We get to see what Brenton Cox is about. Some dude that we are not talking about right now. Nobody ever, well, they did mention it in this chat because we're just super fans. But like, ain't nobody talking about Brenton Cox. That motherfucker might come out next year and be a rotational guy. And remember when we got Justin Hollins? Was he the best? No, but that nigga came in and did a few things for us. I wanted him back. Whitney Merciless really hurt me because dude was doing so good, and I really thought he was going to help us out, but then he got hurt. Ended up coming back, but we still cut him. I think he ended up retiring. For sure. And, again, Dean is Dean, but I think, sometimes we didn't give Dean enough credit, man. Dean did some shit. He did some good shit. What he was that I heard, he was just that hard hat practice player. Like during practice, you're going to get the Dean you see in the game. You know what I'm saying? That's not always the case with certain dudes. Some dudes, the game is the only thing that could get you up to that point. And, motherfuckers end up hurting their teammates if they really go in like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what we talking about, bro. Hey, I think he can do it. Oh, yeah. And then, again, Kenny will be used, a little different, more so like an Aaron Donald. You get to move around. You might see Kenny at end in the middle, or, he can do it. Definitely need Rudy back, and I think we got him. I think that's confirmed. That's something I haven't invested my time in, but that is also a good question. You know what I'm saying? But I will do my due diligence on that. I'll look it up and see, like, if it even makes a difference from the way shit's gonna be format, on the new kickoff shit. So I'll look into that. He rarely does it, Joe, but let's remember, it's always the age thing and about now and in the future. Kenny Clark, I think still to this day, was the youngest player drafted, right? He was like 19, almost 20 on some shit. So even looking at him, it does seem like he's been around forever, but bro still got some time, bro. And he ain't had no big devastating injuries. And he's not like a big guy where his joints are gone. You know, like, come on. He ain't Calais Campbell out there like Kenny Clark. He might be. And then again, there's always an exception. You know, there's always an exception to a lot of shit, right? Aaron Jones to an extent. We thought he'd be gone a couple years ago. So we kept, kept the wheel rolling on him. So I do think Kenny and his leadership, and bro is just good though. Like he's just good enough to stay on the team. This would not be a year early, getting rid of him a year early rather than a year late. He still has way more time. I wouldn't, all right, bro, I'm gonna hold you to it, but I wouldn't be shocked. Now 3, I don't know. I see him having a 2-sack game, but and then that could definitely turn into a forced fumble. But shit, we on the hour, y'all. We about to get up out of here. I thank everybody for coming through, man. The Wake and Pack family, man. So you already know how it go. Shout out to Angry Casual Fan, man. If I forgot about you, I didn't forget about you. Shout out to my boy Joe coming through. My boy Rav coming through, man. Thank you for coming through. Give me your opinions and talking. Milto, hey, if y'all didn't hit the like button on the way in, hit it on the way out. My favorite Brandy Lewis, of course, always and forever. And we got Angry Casual Fan. Shout out to you, my bro. My boy Goat Mike came through. Shout out to you. Shout out to Big Nate, the whole fam over there. Hey, y'all, if you guys did not hear, Big Nate will be in Los Angeles, okay? He going to be around my stomping grounds, okay? So Big Nate's going to be around. He's going on vacation. So shout out to Big Nate. Safe travels, man. Holla at me when you get here. All right. I know I didn't get everybody. Shout out to my boy TR. Of course, coming through, always showing love on his break. Have you a good rest of the day at work, my boy. Zane Strong, of course. Milto, of course. John Bainan, of course. Patrice Goldberg been coming through. Thank you, mama. And shit, I think I got everybody. Ernie Martinez, of course. My boy. Yeah, it's good. It's gonna get out of hand after a while. One day I was out of breath. But hey, I'm out, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow.